Ladies and gentlemen, let me hit you with a hard truth. The people who think about money all the time are usually the ones who never have it. Have you noticed? The friend who's always saying, bro, I need money, I need money, I need money, is the same friend who at the end of the month is borrowing your charger, your Netflix password, and sometimes even your Wi-Fi. It's funny, but it's real. The more you chase money, the more money hides from you. It's like trying to catch a chicken in the street. The faster you run, the faster it escapes. And the whole time people are watching you laughing because you look crazy. That's exactly how life looks when you chase money desperately. Now let me ask you, have you seen people working 2 jobs, sometimes 3? They wake up at 6 a.m., run all day, eat dinner standing, collapse at night, and by the end of the month, they're still broke. Why? Because when you chase money without thinking, money finds 100 ways to escape. Bills, debts, problems you didn't even expect. It's like your wallet has holes. One guy once asked me, "Sir, how can I get rich quickly?" I laughed and said, "Quickly? Then you will also become poor quickly." Why? Because when your brain is only shouting money, 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 you stop seeing opportunities. You don't see skills, you don't see ideas, you don't see value. You only see numbers. And when you only see numbers, you miss the game completely. Here's the truth. People are not poor because they don't have money. They are poor because they only think about money. And when your mind is full of money, your life becomes cheap. Your relationships become transactions. Your work becomes a burden. And your dreams, you sell them for small change. So remember this. Money is not a goal. Money is a result. If you run after it, you'll keep running forever. But if you focus on learning, building and creating value, money will eventually follow you. Because money is like a cat. Chase it, it runs, sit still, build a warm home, and suddenly it jumps on your lap. Many people are not working for money. They are actually working for bills. Think about it. The moment their salary comes in, it's already gone. Rent takes 1 bite, groceries take another, loans take a big bite, and what's left? A few bones. It's like cooking a chicken all day, and when you finally sit to eat, you only get the neck. Have you noticed? The more money some people earn, the more broke they feel. They buy a bigger phone, a fancier car, a shinier watch, and suddenly their new lifestyle eats their new income. It's like filling water in a bucket full of holes. No matter how much you pour in, it never stays. Why does this happen? Because when you chase money without chasing knowledge, your money grows, but your wisdom doesn't. And when your wisdom doesn't grow, you don't know how to keep money, multiply money, or protect money. That's why so many people look rich on Instagram, but if you check their wallets, they're crying inside. Let me give you an example. You've seen lottery winners, right? They win millions overnight. But studies show that most lottery winners go broke within 3 to 5 years. Why? Because they had money, but not the mindset. They knew how to spend, but not how to build. Here's the rule. If your pockets are bigger than your brain, very soon your pockets will be empty. Money doesn't solve money problems. Skills solve money problems. Knowledge solves money problems. Self-discipline solves money problems. If you keep chasing only money, you'll always be 1 step behind. But if you chase growth, one day money will start chasing you. And let me warn you, if your dream is only to be rich, you will always be poor. Because being rich is not about how much money you have. It's about how much value you can create, how many problems you can solve, how many lives you can impact. That's the difference between people who stay broke and people who stay wealthy. So remember, don't just work for money, make money work for you. Here's something that will shock you. The faster you try to get rich, the faster you usually go broke. Sounds strange? But look around. People love shortcuts. Double your money in 30 days. Invest here and become a millionaire overnight. Start this scheme, you'll never have to work again. And every time, what happens? They lose what little money they already had. It's funny. Someone will think 5 times before spending $20 on a book, but won't think even once before putting $2,000 in some shady scheme because a friend said, "Trust me, bro, it's guaranteed." And then a few months later, they're crying, "I was scammed." No, you weren't scammed. You were impatient. Let me give you a real example. We've all heard stories of people who joined some get-rich-quick program. They show off for 2 months, posting selfies with rented cars, fake watches, and cash spread on the bed. But after 6 months, they disappear. The car is gone, the money is gone, and they're back asking you to lend them $50. Why? Because wealth built on shortcuts never lasts. It's like building a house on sand. One strong wave and it collapses. Real wealth takes time, patience, and most importantly, discipline. The truth is, money comes slowly to test you. If you respect it, if you learn how to grow it, if you have the patience to handle it, it stays. But if you get it too fast, without the character to manage it, money leaves faster than it came. So the shocking lesson is this: if you try to get rich fast, you will stay poor forever. But if you focus on getting rich slowly, by building skills, creating value, and being patient, money will stay with you forever. And here's a funny irony. People who don't chase money desperately end up with more money. But the ones who are always chasing money end up chasing it for life. So don't run after shortcuts. Build the long road. It's slower, but it's stronger. And on that road, money doesn't run away from you. It walks right beside you. Here's a truth that will shock many of you. Money doesn't change people. It only exposes who they really are. Have you seen this? Someone who was broke and humble suddenly gets a little money, and overnight they turn into a mini celebrity. They start walking differently, talking differently, posting selfies with captions like "new level, new me." But give it a few months, and when the money disappears, they're back to old level, same me. It's funny, some people think money will make them smarter. But if you're foolish without money, you'll just be a bigger fool with money. If you're lazy without money, you'll just be lazier with money. If you're unkind without money, you'll just be unkind in designer clothes. That's why chasing money without building character is dangerous. Because if you get money without maturity, money will destroy you. Look at the celebrities who earn millions but still go bankrupt. Look at the athletes who sign million-dollar contracts and still end up broke after retirement. Why? Because they built their bank accounts, but not their mindset. Let me give you a relatable example. Imagine handing a 10-year-old kid $10,000. What would happen? They'd probably buy candy, toys, video games, maybe even lose half of it on the way home. Why? Because they don't yet have the wisdom to handle that kind of responsibility. But many adults are doing the exact same thing, earning money they don't know how to handle. Here's the secret. Money doesn't make you rich. Your habits do. If your habit is spending every dollar the moment it comes, money will never stay with you. If your habit is showing off every time you get paid, you'll always be broke in reality. But if your habits are discipline, learning, investing, and creating value, then no matter how little you start with, you will grow. So stop believing money will change your life. Change your mindset first, and then money will only amplify it. Because remember, if you're poor in your mind, no amount of money can make you rich. But if you're rich in your mind, eventually money will have no choice but to find you. Being rich has nothing to do with how much money you have. It has everything to do with how little you need. Think about it. Some people earn $500 a month and still save. Others earn $5,000 a month and are still broke. Why? Because wealth is not about numbers. It's about mindset. If your wants are bigger than your income, you'll always feel poor. But if your wisdom is bigger than your wants, you'll always feel rich. Look around. How many people are slaves to their lifestyle? The moment they earn a little more, they immediately upgrade everything. Bigger phone, bigger car, bigger house, bigger problems. It's like they're in a race, not to build wealth, but to look wealthy. And in the end, they lose both money and peace. Here's the irony. The people who scream, "I don't care about money, I just want freedom," are the same people who keep chasing money their entire life and never get freedom. Why? Because freedom doesn't come from chasing money. Freedom comes when you learn how to live, grow, and create value without being a prisoner of money. Let me make this funny but real. You know who is truly rich? The person who can sleep peacefully at night without checking their bank balance 10 times. The person who doesn't have to impress strangers with shoes, cars, or watches. The person who can say, "I'm happy with what I have and I'm building slowly." That is real wealth. So my friends, let's end with this truth. Chasing money makes you poor, but chasing growth, learning, value, and freedom makes you rich. Money should not be your master. Money should be your servant. Don't run after it like a desperate lover. Build yourself so strong, so valuable, so unstoppable, that money has no choice but to run after you. Because in the end, you don't become wealthy by counting dollars. You become wealthy when dollars start counting on you. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like and subscribe, my friends.